Today I want to talk about the MITER Incarnon and this week's circuit rotation. Um, it's probably the most insane circuit rotation that we have in the game nowadays. You have the Tord Incarnon, the Dual Toxicus Incarnon, the Dual Icar Incarnon, and the MITER Incarnon here. It is a very busted week. Literally everything is good, and I forgot the Atomos Incarnon. Every single Incarnon in this week's rotation is amazing. I'm probably gonna cover my two favorites this week because today's Monday. Tuesday, I'll probably talk about the Dual Icar because I love those little melee weapons. And then Wednesday is the Isle Weaver update, so Araxia is coming out and all of that nonsense. But Miter Incarnate, very good. It shoots some bouncy balls that like home in on enemies. It's kind of like the Latron Incarnate that I talked about last week. It's very good. It's very awesome. It's a nice AoE weapon, and it does some cool single target stuff as well once it gets stacked up and going. And here it is. I'll show it off. The primary fire, it's nothing too spectacular, honestly. Sometimes the the Incarnate adapters make the primary fire super dope, but that is not the case with this gun, I'd say. Even if you do charge it up all the way and play around with those shenanigans, it's just like okay. Definitely stay in Incarnate mode as much as possible, but here's my showcase. I do have a black energy color on, so you can't really see the AoE explosion that well. Yeah, you can't really see it that well with my black energy color on it. It's so I don't blind myself or blind my teammates. But it does have a projectile that kind of bounces and homes in on enemies. And it does tons and tons of damage. It's very good. There's a... Oh, what are they called? A faction augment from Steel Meridian that makes this basically always pop nullifier bubbles, so that's cool. If you want to run it with that, I do have like a flex slot in my build for that case. And yeah, so let's get right into the Incarnon Perks, and then I will talk about my modding situation that I got going on. So Evo 1, we get our homing and bouncing projectiles, and they do have raw heat on them, so that's important for later in the build. As for the next one, we have these Swift Saw Blades on. This one's cool when you can activate it. Other than that, you have this one that consumes ammo for more like base damage, multi-shot or whatever. It's a lot of extra damage, but it consumes a lot of ammo. And I know in the past, when it first released, it was bugged and it wasn't really giving you the full extra effect, just giving you all the ammo consumption. I know it was patched and there was like another bug with it. I know this perk has had a very weird history, so like I wouldn't select it. Maybe you want to play around with it in your own time, but just because you're not really getting that much use out of it for what it is, and because of its buggy history, I would just never pick this perk. So I'm just here on Swift Swall Blades. Even if I'm not activating it, we get more base damage, and maybe we'll have the fire rate every now and then. You know, it is what it is. As for our next one, I think the projectile speed is king here. You are firing a homing projectile. You do want it to bounce around as much as possible. You do want it to get from point A to point B. You know, it comes from your gun, hits guy, kills other people. I love the projectile speed. It feels good. So I think that's what you should go for. It's also good for your base form and stacking your Incarnon charge because you're firing the saw blade projectiles and it makes it easier to hit the enemy's head. Especially enemies that move around a lot. You know, they might be zigging and zagging their head around. Projectile speed, thumbs up. Um, Reload speed from empty, like I always say, if you wanted to super min-max and empty the mag and then switch Incarnate modes right when the mag's empty to get the bonus swap speed from reload speed, go ahead. But I don't think that beats our projectile speed here, so is what it is. And then lastly, increase based ammo capacity to 160. We are never in normal mode with this thing. I would never recommend the normal mode for the MITER. I am always sticking on the projectile speed for this slot. And then as for our last one, hold charge shot for 1 second to increase area effect. We're never running this. It's really gimmicky. It does some blast damage. I'm pretty sure it like inherits your stats a little bit from like the main shot. I know it avoids line of sight rules and stuff. So it's just gimmicky and not that good, and you're not just getting that much out of it. I'm sure there's probably some silly build somewhere where you're doing 10 million different things to make this thing perform just, a half thumbs up, Maybe not the worst thing in the world. I've ran it like 2 times maybe to try it out with different builds, and it's like, all right, it's whatever. Base critical chance is the one we're on, and before I talk about that, there's the other one where you just get a little bit of status chance and a little bit of crit chance. The base crit chance on this thing is absolutely abysmal without this perk, so you do want the bonus crit chance here. And that's really all there is to say. Crit is good. You want crit chance on your MITER. So those are the Incarnon Perks. Really easy, really simple to get through. We will hop right into my 2 Forma situation here and talk about it. So, Galvanized Chamber, more multi-shots, always cool. There's no Serration mod here because we're running Primary Merciless to stack our base damage up. Vital Sense for crit damage. Critical Delay for our critical chance. We have Viral on. We have no Viral Heat because this thing has innate heat on it. Obviously, you could take off Hammer Shot and put the 60-60 heat mod here, and I would be a-okay with that. But this is also our flex slot if you wanted to make a Grenier build, not a Grenier, a Corpus build. This is where you put Neutralizing Justice in this slot to delete Nullifier bubbles. If they're really scared of you, if you're playing a Warframe where you never want to get touched by a Nully bubble, that is where I would put Neutralizing Justice. But because we have the innate heat and we have a boatload of status chance, I'm not putting the 60-60 heat mod here. I think we're just fine with Hammer Shot. We love the status chance and we love the crit damage on this thing. We're at 126 in Incarnate mode and 212 status, so it's pretty nutty. Rifle Elementalist here. We are inflicting slash on the direct hit, not on the AoE. On the direct hit, we are getting slash. And we have a boatload of heat procs, so what's not to love about Rifle Elementalist here? And for our last mod, we have Galvanized Aptitude. Now, you're probably thinking, I'm insane, but I'll put it in the description. I've talked about it before, and I didn't link it. There's this spreadsheet that gets updated, and I will say, MITER Incarnon does have 100% CO factor, and it's multiplicative, all right? So, it is definitely worth using on the MITER Incarnon here. I know it kind of sucks. I know some people, refuse to use... Sorry, I gotta fix my chair here. I know some people refuse to use just Galvanized Aptitude in general because of how buggy it is and how, it's just, you're throwing a dart at the board with your eyes blindfolded if it works or not. But I'll link the spreadsheet so you can take a look at it. It does get updated pretty often, so it does work for the MITER here. So that's why we're using it. So that's the showcase. Saw it nuke some Steel Path guys. Talked about my Incarnon Perks. Talked about my build. You got a nice little flex slot here to put whatever you want. Maybe this could be a Bane mod. You want to put some extra form on this. Primed Bane mod. Put them make the damage go crazy. Maybe you just want the 60-60 heat. Maybe you want the mod to deal with Corpus guys and their Nully bubbles. So that's talked about. And we're good. We're good to head into a mission. I think last time with the Aminata, we did some Void survival or Lewis survival. I think I'll head to the Kuva Fortress and I will chill there. So I'll see you on the Kuva Fortress. Kill Stalker and some Grenier guys. See ya. Bye. All right. We're here on the Kuva Fortress trying to get some headshots on Grenier guys, which is not fun because they have giant shoulder pads, but we will make do. I will say, try not to fire this thing like full auto. Definitely take your time peppering it. Oh my gosh. I love the MITER Incarnon. I used to use this a lot on Baruch for some reason. Sometimes, certain weapons, I'll just decide to use them on certain Warframes. I'll just decide, this is my Baruch weapon. This is my X weapon. This is my Y weapon. I don't know why, but I do that. I use this a lot on Atlas as well. I'm not sure how I came to those conclusions, but I did. But honestly, this thing is amazing no matter who you use it on. Even Mirage here. I mean, Mirage makes any weapon really good, but, with her clones, if I was using them, getting a million MITER projectiles would be very cool, very cool. But it's not the case. Oh boy. And then, yeah, you can charge up the saw blade shot there when building charge, but I think it's better to just tap it, charge it a little, and then fire it. But this hallway should prove very useful for stacking up tons of kills. I need you guys to run to the door, please. Yeah, pretty exciting. It's update week. Araxia's right around the corner with her weapons. I know she's getting a whip, or a blade whip, I believe I saw. Little... Not too excited for that. Blade whips are kind of not the greatest. Their stances are pretty bad, typically. Are there... Like, the only one that really gets used nowadays is, like, the Secure Electa for, like, specific credit farming strats. You know, if you use, like, Ensnare and, like, a gas Secure Electa to get a boatload of credits from affecting guys. Yeah, I don't know. Are there any good... There's the Vertilac from the new ward. Has, like, the projectile gimmick. It shoots out. I know the project... You can really ramp up the damage on that projectile on it. But yeah, not so sure. Does she have a gun as well? Every Warframe comes with 2 weapons. I don't know what else she's coming with. I know she's getting like a melee kind of type beat thing, but I don't know what her weapon is off the top of my head, like a gun. Getting a bunch of new augment mods. The Caliban one that was made on the dev stream. There's a new Citrine augment. There's a new Citrine deluxe skin. There is a new Jade augment. I've been updating my Jade build to prepare for that. Lots to be excited for. Lots and lots and lots of cool things coming out. So, we will see. We will see. And the MITER is just handling itself wonderfully here. I really have no complaints. You know, maybe I should have put like a blinding bright orange on or something on this MITER just so you could see the AoE. But, we are perfectly fine here. I mean, there's not much to say. It's an awesome AoE weapon. Big old bouncing projectile. Honestly, it is just a Latron Incarnon, but what if the projectiles bounced and homed on guys? I think the Latron wins just because of the armor strip it has as well, though. I don't know. They're probably neck and neck, to be honest. All the Incarnons are just so good. Such a good addition to the game and feature. Lots of things to be excited about. Fun weekend. NBA Finals didn't go the way I wanted. I wanted the Pacers to win. And that first 3 minutes kind of sucked the life out of Game 7 after Halliburton was hurt. But it is what it is. On to the next season we go, into the off season. Watched a new movie this weekend. Don't cringe at me, but that new K-pop Demon Hunters movie on Netflix is very good. It's made by Sony Animation Studios that made Spider-Verse. Very good movie. The soundtrack was awesome. The whole movie was awesome. I loved every second of it. I might rewatch it. It was so good. If you liked like the 1999 update with online and the boy band and stuff, you'll probably like that movie. It was very good. Boom, boom, boom. Like the song and the Ureli trailer, the Ureli Prime Access trailer, you'll probably like the movie. It's pretty good. It's a good movie. I really liked it. I kind of want to watch it again. Boom, boom, boom. There was a new GTA update. I played a lot of that last week and had a good time. Kind of can't wait till GTA 6. I'm sure everyone can't wait for that thing. Borderlands 4 reveals were this weekend. I love Borderlands. I played a lot of Borderlands 3 when it came out. Played a little bit of 2. I cannot wait. Ooh, wait. Acolyte's here. We gotta charge our... And he's down. Acolyte down. Boom. Is that it? I think that's it. I got unfocused talking about my weekend. I think that's it. That's the MITER Incarnon. Tomorrow I'll talk about the Dual Liquor Incarnon, and then it's update day, and then it's probably Citrine, Jade, Caliban, Araxia, the new weapons. There's a new Incarnon Heavy Sight. There's a lot of things to talk about. A lot to talk about this week. So be there or be square. See you later.